Hello, and welcome back to Coin Lady channel. Yesterday was crazy. How are you all doing? I can assure you that my enthusiasm is unchanged. The reality of XRP's delisting from numerous exchanges and its subsequent declaration as not a security is beginning to set in. So, I get it still. I get why so many people are asking, what the hell is wrong with XRP when it comes to price action? The coin's recent rise took it as high as 90 cents before crashing back down to the high 60s. I don't think it could get any lower than that. Hold just a second while I check this out. The price has dropped to a new low of 67 cents in the last 24 hours. Yes, I'm sure, current costs are far more reasonable than they were when they were around 40 cents. However, we are discussing the only large-cap coin on the entire dang planet that has unambiguous legal status. Not even Bitcoin has that feature. The rally ended there. I can see why some people might be worried, though. And I can see why some people could think that way. But I don't think we've seen the last of this series yet. Okay, I truly believe that this is likely just the beginning, not a guarantee. However, I have a sneaking sense that this is the case. And I'd want to explain why in detail. But before we go any further, I should mention that I have zero experience in the financial sector. I'm not here to give you money advice. And you know that you shouldn't make any financial decisions based on what I say, right? I'm just a fan who occasionally posts videos to YouTube regarding crypto-related subjects for kicks. The Bitcoin markets are also worth mentioning. Here is the complete list, as far as I am aware, of US exchanges that have reinstated support for XRP. I meant to type Coinbase KrakenCrypto.com, so please excuse my oversight. Bitstamp BitGo Binance. Furthermore, Gemini has stated that they are investigating, and the Wincon 6, the plural of Winklevoss, are looking into it. That's how much they despise XOP. Even when they say, yep, we're looking into it, they actually already have it. I, therefore, expect that to be the case. This is a wonderful development. Peter Bridge, whose initials stand for XRP, is another example. A scam. He's ridiculing you once more, sir, because of this defeat. And by the way, before this, he already believed that XRP has a decent probability of running like crazy, just based on what he had seen in the charts. This tweet from June 27 confirms it. A case, he said, can be made. A major price increase in XRP is imminent. So, I'm glad to report that yesterday's buildup did not disappoint. But I feel like people are becoming down on themselves because it's dropped so swiftly. Nonetheless, I don't think you should be too concerned about that. So, I thought I'd throw in some additional thoughts. Because progress is incremental, not meteoric. Before the verdict, which was only 2 or 3 days ago, I had already been discussing this topic in passing. And I was just making up scenarios in my head. I finally admitted, hey, I dunno. Furthermore, I do not offer price forecasts. I'm not really into TA. But I've been in crypto since November of 2017, so I know what it's like to hold crypto and observe the price fluctuations both daily and over the long run. And let's just say there's a lot more cash in cryptocurrencies now than there was when I got started. Individual large jumps can be accomplished in a single day, but this is not the case. If you zoom out far enough on the chart, you'll see that events don't happen quickly. So I was guessing that maybe even if we get the good news, we'll still have a run-up tub, but a buck, I recall saying something like that, maybe I'm just making this up to try to get a message through. Perhaps it drops again, just to rise again afterward. This could happen over the course of a few days, but it could also take place over a longer period of time, perhaps several weeks or months. Don't you believe it may also be affected by the current price of Bitcoin? The price of XRP is far more likely to run outrageously higher in terms of market action if Bitcoin is on a tear and then you have executed legal clarity. And so, that's about how I've been conceptualizing it. And I want to give you a specific illustration of why you, of all people, should not be feeling hopeless right now. A day has passed. Okay, I get it, I really do. I get why this is a common inquiry. What about the KIN token, though? I, too, was just discussing this the other day. Yesterday evening, I checked in with Reliable Crypto, one of my go-to-chart analysts. Now that he had 342,600 followers, he began tweeting about the KIN token, and here's what he sent out, a pricing chart for KIN tokens. Who still uses Kick and their KIN token, he asked. In light of this, Kick Interactive has been discussed. Of course, Kick Interactive made a series of ridiculous, false claims about KIN, and the SEC filed a lawsuit against the company. However, we've been through this before. Then, in June of 2019, the SEC sued KIN for soliciting $100 million in an unregistered securities offering, despite the fact that its price had reached all-time highs during the 2017 boom. All too familiar. It reached its all-time low on October 20, 2020, some 1.5 years later. A drop of 99% from its previous peak. The case was resolved 3 days later. Remember that, guys, it was only a couple of months before the SEC versus Ripple litigation was filed, and this one was resolved. What perfect timing. The first time I heard about it was in Jeremy Hogan's legal briefs, but that didn't make it any less intriguing. This is one of the few real-world instances we have, so he was kind of extrapolating from what we saw. 3 days after the lawsuit was settled in favor of KIN, the cryptocurrency saw a huge spike that drove its price up by more than 50 times. This XRP rise has only just begun in the subsequent 6 months. Buckle up. You get what I'm trying to say, right? If you happen to be looking in this general area, I'll quickly bring up the bonus I scored for KIN on the live coin watch. So this is the historical price chart, and you can see a crater from its all-time high in early 2018, just down over 99% to where I've highlighted in 2020 when the law becomes clear. And as you can see, it didn't instantly reach its then all-time high. Throughout the course of many, many months. In general, it went up. Then, in the closing minutes, there was a tremendous upsurge. I believe the percentage gain he mentioned was a 50-fold one. From what I can recall, the rise from the lowest to the peak was probably on the order of 2,000%. It's not that out of the ordinary that we're witnessing this, you see. It's not that strange, to be honest. Seeing people go more crazier and start throwing money at it right there would have been awesome. We'd love that and a $1, $2, or anything on a single day. However, it is more realistic to assume that XRP will remain operational over time. But sure, in my opinion, it will vastly beat Bitcoin and ETH in terms of multiplication. I'm just guessing, though. That's why I'm keeping my mouth shut. Typical Joe, right here. My unprofessionalism lies in. I am of the firm belief that you should not act on this opinion by going out to make any purchases or sales. That's what I'm guessing, and it's how I've hedged my bets. Today I watched his entire hour-long video on the topic of cryptography, which he released recently. And it was interesting because, even for people like me, and it'd be most of you, like most people are not chart analysts and have no desire to be, the concepts that he was talking about outside of the TA, it's stuff that the layperson can understand, you know, in terms of consolidation before expansion, so price action moving sideways, consolidating before big moves, that stuff like that? You can't possibly be perceiving it at this very moment, even if it is happening on a shorter timescale. People cashed out their profits after XRP hit 90 cents, and the price dipped somewhat afterward. It won't keep rising at the same rate indefinitely. But I don't take it to mean there won't be any more explosions in the future. That's just stupid, in my opinion. Now that's some definite law. It's the only major cryptocurrency that offer this feature. Having held XRP for such a long time can make one feel hopeless. Even after all the attacks, I understand it. In spite of my conviction that the price of Bitcoin is about to soar, I can't say with any certainty that it will reach a new record high this year, as some respected crypto outlets have predicted. He's risking all by saying this. And I appreciate it because he's being honest about what he thinks. That's what he thinks will happen this year, and he's not alone. Not a problem. Minority viewpoints can often be the most accurate. But anyway, so even if Bitcoin more or less trades sideways around the $30,000 price level for the next year, he still feels that, and he explained the reasons why. So watch his video. I don't want to do a TA dissection, but he did a fantastic job supporting his stance. But he predicted that even if Bitcoin stays about where it is, XRP would still rise to at least $7. When it finally gets up and running, whether it's 6 months or 9, I'm sort of paraphrasing here, but that was the general concept he was trying to convey. Now that the legal status of XRP has been clarified, he predicts that it will experience significant price spikes if Bitcoin reaches a new all-time high. It's not true that because the news came out yesterday, it had to occur yesterday. It was neat to actually witness a change. Did you enjoy yourself? What, you didn't enjoy XRP at 90 cents? That's fine with me. And if I say Bitcoin may go to over $100,000, he adds it's not unreasonable to assume XRP could hit $20 to $30. It's fine that it didn't happen instantly. We may need to exercise some additional patience here, but the SEC versus Ripple case no longer requires such tolerance on our part. That process is finished. Why, therefore, didn't XRP skyrocket even further? For the simple reason that there is no other justification for it to be so. Simply said, this is the result of worldwide human behavior. There's nothing wrong with that, in my opinion. Many people have bigger expectations, and even I will acknowledge that I have no idea what will transpire. Higher, I guess, is what I was thinking. So, indeed, that was the case. However, this did not dispel the widespread belief that XRP would eventually reach $1, $2, $3.04, or $5. This does not imply that. Simply because it didn't occur immediately. Let the current situation unfold. This situation truly is a perfect storm. If a bull market is what you mean, then we're already in one. This much clarity has been reached now, arguably. Eventually, of course. My resolve has never been greater, therefore I'm going to relax and do nothing. You shouldn't use my advice to buy or sell anything because I'm not a financial expert. Please like and subscribe my channel. See you in the next video, bye.